بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. And to Ad we sent their brother who he said, "O my people, worship Allah. You have no God other than Him. So do you not fear Allah?" Commentary: A brief history of Ad and Thamud. Shukran, alhamdulillah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Ad is the name of a person who is in the 5th generation after Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam and is among the progeny of his son Sam. Then his progeny and his people came to be known by the name of Ad. In the Holy Quran, Ad also appears with the words Ad al-Ula, Ad the first, and also that of the city of Iran with lofty pillars or tall like lofty pillars, which tells us that the people of Ad are also known in association with the name of Iran, and that with Ad there are some Ad the first, there are some Ad the second as well. In this investigation, commentators and historians differ. The better known proposition is that Aram is the name of the grandfather of Ad. This Ad is among the children of Aus, who was his son and is known as Ad the first. His second son, Jathu, had a son. His name was Thamud. He is called Ad the second. The outcome is that Ad and Thamud are both two branches of Iran. One of them is called Ad and the first, and the other is known as Thamud or Ad the second. And the word Iran is common to both Ad and Thamud. Some commentators have said that at the time when the punishment overtook the people of Ad, a reputation of theirs was on a visit to Makkah al-Mu'azzamah, which remained safe from this punishment. It is known as the other Ad. Had is the name alayhi salam is the name of a prophet. He is also in the 5th generation of Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam and is among the progeny of Sam. Sam or Sam? Like, is Sam a name or just a second? Sam or Sam? I don't know. The genealogical tree of the people of Ad and Sayyidina Hud alayhi salam converges in the 5th generation. Therefore, Sayyidina Hud alayhi salam is a lineal brother to Ad. That is why it was said their brother Hid. The people of Ad had 13 families. Their habitations were spread out from Oman to Hadramut and the Yaman. Their lands were fertile, gardens were abundant. To live they constructed mansions and palaces. They were tall and heavily built. This is what the expression "gave you increased strength and physique" means. Allah Ta'ala had opened the doors of His blessing upon them, but their crooked thinking made these very blessings a curse for them. They became so intoxicated with their power and grandeur that they started boasting, "Who is superior to us in strength?" How strange of them that they took no notice of their Lord and the Lord of the worlds, bathed in whose blessings they all were, and went on to sink themselves into the worship of idols carved out of rocks. The lineage of Sayyidina Hud alayhi salam and some glimpses of the background. These are the people for whose guidance Allah Ta'ala sent Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam as a prophet who was from their family. The famous authority on Arab genealogy, Abu al-Barak al-Jawni, has written that the name of the son of Sayyidina Hud the second is Yarub ibn Qahtan, who went to live in Yemen. Yemeni people are his progeny. The Arabic language originated from him, and it was this correspondence with the Arab that The language was called Arabic and its speakers the Arabs. But the truth of the matter is that the Arabic language was there since the time of Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam in his ark. In his ark he had a companion called Jurhum. He spoke Arabic. The population of Makkah al-Mu'azzama started from this very Jurhum. However, it is possible that the origination of Arabic language took place in Yemen through Ya'ub ibn Qahtan, and this may be what Abu al-Barakat has meant. Sayyidina Hud induced the people of Ad to forsake idol worship and to take pure monotheism, and shun injustice and oppression, and practice moderation and justice. But these people were drunk with power and wealth. They did not listen to him. Consequently, the first punishment that visited them was that rain stopped coming for a full 3 years in succession. Lands became deserts. Gardens turned into dead wood. But these people still kept sticking to shirk and idol worship. Then came another punishment. A severe windstorm overtook them. It continued for 8 days and 7 nights. What remained of their gardens and mansions and palaces was leveled to the ground. Their men and animals went up into the air and zoomed back, hitting the floor on their heads. Thus the people of Ad were eliminated to the last man. The sense of the expression, "and we eradicated those who belied our signs," in this verse, as determined by some commentators, is that all those people present at that time were totally destroyed. Some other commentators have said that it means that Allah Ta'ala cut off the lineal root of the people of Ad for the future as well. When the punishment for not listening to Sayyidina Hud and insisting on kufr and shirk came down upon his people, he and his companions took refuge in an open area enclosed with stakes. It was strange that the stormy winds which were making palaces collapse on their columns would suddenly change pace and enter this enclosure gently. Sayyidina Hud and his companions kept sitting peacefully where they were, even during the descension of the punishment, without having to face any inconvenience. It was after the destruction of the people of Ad that they moved to Makkah al-Mu'azzama, where they lived until death. That the punishment for the people of Ad came in the form of a windstorm has been explicitly and categorically mentioned in the Quran. Then there is the statement in Surah Al-Mu'mineen, which follows the narration of the story of Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam. That is, then after them they brought forth another generation. It seems obvious that another generation here means the people of Ad. Then, after having given a view of their word and deed, it was said, an extremely harsh and horrifying sound, a sayha, took them. Based on this statement of the Quran, some commentators have said that the punishment which was set upon the people of Ad was that of a sayha, extremely harsh and screaming sound, but there is no contradiction here. It is possible that they both came to pass. This was a brief account relating to the people of Ad and Sayyidina Hud alayhi salam. Its details as given in the words of the Quran before. And to Ad we sent their brother Hud alayhi salam. He said, "O my people, worship Allah. You have no God other than Him. So do you not fear Allah?" The great punishment sent upon the people of Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam, much before the people of Ad was still alive in the minds of his people of the people of his time. Therefore, Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam had no need to describe the severity and the gravity of punishment sent upon disobedient people. He considered it quite sufficient to say, "Do you not fear Allah?"